Hello, everybody. Welcome to the COVID-19 update for July 7th, 2020. Today, the U.S. is nearing almost 3 million cases of coronavirus that causes COVID-19 in the U.S. The Brazil president has tested positive for the COVID-19. Senator Bob Menendez said Tuesday that the White House has formally notified Congress that the U.S. has officially started the process of withdrawing from the World Health Organization. Caesars Entertainment told its employees in an email Monday that they could be fired for not wearing face masks. Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallo said FEMA denied multiple requests for mega COVID-19 testing sites as they've done in other cities. Florida state officials are ordering all schools to be reopened in August, at least 5 days per week for all students. The current case number in the USA is 2,009,302, 596 million cases. Total deaths in the USA 130,133 deaths. Places are still hitting top level of amount of deaths, cases, hospitalizations. One state has hit 32 hospitalizations, all in 24 hours, which is Arkansas, with a total number of cases 24,253. Total deaths 292. It's lingering close to 300. Cases in the last 7 days 4,435. Texas. Total cases 557,000 cases. Total deaths is 2,655. Cases in the last 7 days 51,834. In Florida, total cases 203,376 total cases, and total deaths 3,778, with Texas beating them on total cases. Arkansas's Governor Asa Hutchinson has given out an ordinance that city mayors can adopt for a must-wear mask. They encourage people to wear masks outside, but cities do have the option to mandate masks in their cities. In New York cases, there's 180,433 cases. Total deaths 8,710, topping every single state in the USA. Arizona, total cases 101,441 cases. Total death 1,810. California, total cases 271,684 cases. Total deaths 6,337, being Alaska with hardly any deaths. The Brazil president Jair Bolsonaro, 65 years of age, has revealed on Tuesday that he has tested positive for the COVID-19 pandemic. The U.S. has seen almost 3 million confirmed cases and more than 130,000 deaths, according to the Johns Hopkins University data. Globally, there has been 11.6 million cases and 540,000 deaths. Hundreds of millions of dollars have gone to the COVID-19 contractors accused of prior fraud. Those contracts range from masks and medical equipment and PPE to janitorial cleaning, video productions, and ferry boat services. Texas passes 10,000 confirmed new coronavirus case in a single day for the first time. On Tuesday, Texas set record high for new confirmed coronavirus cases, 10,000, 28,000. Hospitalizations 9,286 and 60 deaths in the last 24 hours. The Texas Health and Human Services Commission said the hospitalizations have now reached record high in 9 consecutive days. The daily confirmed new case mark surpassed July 4th previous high of 8,260 cases. Just one day ago, Texas had officially surpassed 200,000 COVID-19 cases, which was only 17 days after it passed the 100,000 threshold. At least 8 Mississippi lawmakers test positive for the COVID-19. At least one child care facility in Texas has over 1,000 tests positive for the coronavirus. At least 8 Mississippi lawmakers have tested positive for the coronavirus after working for weeks in the Capitol, where many people stood or sat close together and did not wear masks. Among those who have publicly acknowledged having COVID-19 are LT Gov. Delbert Hoosman, who presides over the Senate, and House Speaker Philip Gunn. The state official officer, Dr. Thomas Dobbs, said Tuesday there are at least 11 other suspected cases of the virus among legislators and Capitol employees. In addition, Dobbs said the highly contagious virus is spreading at parties and other social gatherings around the state. The World Health Organization has finally confirmed the COVID-19 coronavirus may be airborne and can spread farther than 6 feet after singing and just speaking. Poor ventilation buildings may be at risk for the airborne transmission going through COVID-19 to people with COVID-19. Dr. Anthony Fauci says the U.S. is knee-deep into the COVID-19 first wave, which means we're not even to our second wave yet. 14 Hawaiian Airlines flight attendants test positive for the COVID-19. 14 flight attendants tested positive for the COVID-19 after attending a recent training at Hawaiian Airlines Honolulu headquarters are now in quarantine, according to the airline, which has canceled its flight attendants training due to the circumstances. We are supporting our team members in their recovery, and employees involved in the training have been self-monitoring their health in accordance with CDC and State Department health guidance provided to us. Alex Da Silva, Hawaiian Airlines spokesperson, told USA Today, "We have also reinforced our office protocols to keep our employees safe and have temporarily canceled our flight attendant training in order to keep our facilities clean. Guests are required to wear face masks on Hawaiian Airlines flights, and flight attendants must wear face masks while serving guests on board. According to the airline's website, mask requirements are now given when flying to North America." Trump administration sets withdrawal date from the World Health Organization. The Trump administration has officially begun to withdraw the United States from the World Health Organization, even as COVID-19 pandemic continues to grip in globe and infectious spike in many states across the U.S. Congress received formal notification of the decision on Tuesday, more than a month after President Donald Trump announced his intention to end the U.S. relationship with the World Health Organization and blasted the institution as a tool of China. The White House said the withdrawal would take effect on July 6, 2021. Democrats said the decision was irresponsible and ill-considered, noting it comes as the pandemic is raging. International cooperation is vital to confront the crisis. This won't protect American lives or interests. It leaves Americans sick and America alone. Senator Bob Menendez, the top Democrat of the Senate Foreign Affairs Committee, tweeted after receiving the White House notification to call Trump's response to COVID-19 chaotic and doesn't do it justice. State Fair of Texas falls victim to COVID-19. The State Fair of Texas, at 24 days, the nation's longest running and also among the largest, was canceled Tuesday. Another victim of the pandemic has emptied restaurants, silenced concert halls, and quieted sports arenas since March. The fair usually draws more than 2.5 million people to Fair Park and estimates on economic impact on Dallas exceeded 400 million. Texas, however, has been hit hard by the virus, with more than 200,000 confirmed cases and more than 2,700 deaths statewide. This year's fair, as scheduled to open September 25th, 2020. It is with heavy heart that we must announce the State Fair of Texas will not open for the 2020 season. Organizers said in the state, "We can't wait to welcome you back in 2020. The Texas style, of course, with the biggest and best howdy, folks." One event that takes place in the middle of the fairgrounds during the event, annual Oklahoma-Texas football games, won't be impacted by the cancellation, both schools said. Younger people driving boom in COVID-19 cases. People under 40 now make up the majority of COVID-19 cases, according to the USA Today analysis from data from 17 states. We found the average of a new person reported to have coronavirus and fallen significantly since March. The nation is now seeing more infectious among young people. The elderly suffer from more severe outcomes. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 8 out of 10 COVID-19 related deaths reported in the U.S. have been among adults aged 65 and older. Young people may be spreading the virus to more vulnerable Americans. Wear the face mask, young people. Let's not kill. Retailers to governors make mask mandatory in every public place. The Retail Industry Leaders Association, which represents Target, Lowe's, Walgreens, and other major chains, has asked the nation's governors to require all Americans to wear a mask in public. The group, in a letter to the National Governors Association, said that fewer than half of the U.S. states require face mask wearing in public. Inconsistent rules among states, and in some cases within states, have confused shoppers and prompted conflicts between customers and workers enforcing rules, the letter says. Retailers are alarmed with instances of hospitality and violence frontline employees are experiencing by vocal minority of customers, said the RILA president Brian Doug. EPA loathes its Lysol, says it's effective against coronavirus, but do not drink the bleach. It turns out the spewing Lysol disinfectant all around your house might actually be a good idea if you can find the stuff. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency has finally approved Lysol disinfectant spray and Lysol disinfectant max cover mist as effective against SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19. EPA is committed to identifying new tools and providing accurate and up-to-date information to help American people protect themselves and their family. EPA Administrator Andrew Wheeler said, Lysol may not be new, but it is flying off shelf since the pandemic began a thing. But even Lysol maker Reddick Bensaker realizes there are limits after President Trump in April famously suggested injecting disinfectant. The company issued a press release emphasizing that under no circumstances should our disinfectant products be administered into the human body. Maryland, New York companies close in on COVID-19 vaccine drugs. As Maryland Novax is a list of biotechs winning payout from the federal government's Operation Warp Speed to pursue COVID-19 vaccines and medications. Novax has claimed $1.6 million to pursue its candidate, NVX-CoV-237X. The program aims to speed development of COVID-19 vaccine by paying to manufacture several possible vaccines. This will likely result in millions of doses of failed vaccines having to be thrown in the trash, Dr. Anthony Fauci says. But it will also mean if one or more vaccines proves safe and effective, the public will have quick access to it. Novak said if testing goes well, it hopes to deliver 100 million doses as late as December 2020. New York State-based pharmaceuticals said Tuesday that it has won $450 million federal contract to manufacture supply REACH-CoV-2, the company's antibody cocktail that could be rolling out as early as the end of the summer. Texas joins Florida in surpassing 200,000 cases. Texas has surpassed 200,000 total COVID-19 cases just as 17 days after crossing the 100,000 threshold, a figure that took the state nearly 4 months to hit. The milestone came just days after Florida reached 200,000 cases. Both states have reported weeks of surging hospitalizations. In Texas, Governor Greg Abbott has closed bars, reduced restaurant occupancy, paused additional reopenings, and issued a statewide order to wear a face covering in counties with more than 20 COVID-19 cases. Study more infections may spread by people without symptoms. A majority of COVID-19 infections may spread through silent transmission by people who have no symptoms or have not yet displayed them. A new study suggests that this could be crucial as states reopen their economies and schools, leaving isolation in infected individuals as the primary protocol circulating transmission. It is in the absence of population-wide restrictions, isolation of infected individuals is key of circulating transmission. That won't work if most infections are being spread by people we don't even know who are affected. We found that the majority of instances may be attributable to silent transmission from combination of pre-symptomatic stage and asymptomatic infections. The study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences coincidentally, even if all symptomatic cases are isolated, a vast outbreak may nonetheless unfold. Miami-Dade shuts restaurants, gyms, some rentals as hospitalizations spike. Miami-Dade County Mayor Carlos Giménez has signed an emergency order closing restaurants except for takeout and delivery services, ballroom banquet facilities, party venues, gyms, and fitness centers as short-term rentals. Gym is citing a spike in percent of positive COVID-19 tests and hospitalizations, said the closure are effective Wednesday. We want to ensure that our hospitals continue to have staffing necessary to save lives, the mayor said. Beaches, office buildings, retail stores, and grooming services will remain open for now, the mayor said. Alright, guys, thank you for tuning in for this COVID-19 update. California state capitol has also shut down after an outbreak. Caesars tells Las Vegas staff no mask, no job. So you must have a mask in order to get a job there in Las Vegas. Thank you for tuning in to this COVID-19 update of July 7th, 2020. And I'll hope to see you fun timers later. Fun time out.